And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Eagles Nest Coaches Show with Head Coach David Perkins and Defensive Coordinator Thomas Scully. I'm Tom Boucher, joined along with our interns, Andrew Beeman and Jeffrey Owens, manning the camera. Andrew doing the producing of the show. And we are here at Wildwood Pizza. We're grateful to them and all of our sponsors that help us out. Grateful to Polos and Plaids, Michelle LaCour, for our uniforms that we have for our TV live streaming crew. And coaches, congratulations. 4-3 on the year. The first win for you at home, David, and the first win this season at home to take you to 4-3, but more importantly, in the new schedule and new season, 2-0 in district. Talk about the victory at home. We saw the excitement at the end, when Andrew was there to interview you. Just kind of give us the feeling.
Well, it's a good feeling to mean that, the first victory of my career at home was a big win for the team, about that all week. We played very well, on the defensive side of the ball, lights out again. And, the offense did just enough for us to win that game. But actually, there's some – we watch film, and there's some mistakes in there that we got to get corrected, and we'll get those corrected before we play the next district game.
Well, Avoyelles, a team that we've had trouble with. You guys are really held Avoyelles scoreless till late in the game, and just piling up the middle and clogging them up, and then not missing a whole lot of tackles.
We did a great job of rallying to the ball again Friday night, and the concern was to gang tackle Sampson, of course, if he put his hands on the ball, and we tried to keep him from getting outside. He got outside, I think, on the first or second play of the game, and I think that was it for him as far as any big play. So the goal was to not only stop the run, but to stop him from rushing over. So to do what we did to him in the quarterback, keeping the quarterback in the pocket, and I really commend those guys. I mean, they worked hard. That is a tough defense to run. It's not fun. It's a lot of smash mouth. It's tough. It's not what everybody plays against Avoyelles. So it was tough.
I just got to say that the tight defense he's talking about that we found to have worked against Avoyelles this past Friday, but also in the past, it takes a really big commitment from our defensive guys that are playing in those positions, and they got to sell out, man. And we tell them, look, what we want you to do is not going to feel good tomorrow, but it's going to help this team win. This is what we got to do to win. And, man, Coach gave them the game plan, and they just executed it to perfection.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and normally Asher Davis is kind of by himself most of the time, digging under the pile and dropping guys on top of him. In fact, he was doing it so well all season. We thought it was time to honor his play, and I think on Sunday they named Quibido's player of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
They did, and the thing with Asher and Cooper Brown played a lot of defense for us too. It was just based off the defensive front that we went with. When you got four guys, all they're doing is just taking up. They're just consuming blocks, and we might have 3 or 4 guys making the tackles. That you're asking a lot for guys that aren't going to make a tackle all night, and that's basically what they did. They just did their job, which was a tough job to do. Crawl in there, stay on the ground, don't get blown off the ball. Same thing for our guys that were playing over the tight end. Same thing, get in that C gap and just consume blockers. And then now it gives us a free shot for Cooper and Drake and T-Sam and Jack Simpson, those guys to rally to the ball and keep them in the pocket. And that's really what we did all night long.
Yeah, and we've got highlights coming up that will show a lot of that. And then, of course, some of the big plays at the end where they were really able to cut loose and get in there. But that was one thing I was going to say, too, after talking about Asher and giving him his due, but throwing Cooper Brown in there with him, and just taking out 3 guys, 4 guys sometimes. I mean, and then there was nowhere to run. I mean, they were right there 2 yards behind or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and then everybody was able to take them down for a loss.
Yeah, and the thing is, and Cooper's big, and those guys are big. I mean, until you're on the field with them, you don't realize how big that offense is. And that offense is really big. Their offensive line's really big. They've always been really big. So we had to get guys that had to basically stay on their all fours all night, and that was the challenge on Sunday when we met, because we played on Thursday. So Sunday, they knew when we met on Sunday, there was no doubt that their job was this. It was to clog up the middle, stay on all fours, and let's create a pile, and then let us rally, let the guys on the outside rally to the ball.
Sounds good. We got highlights coming up. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back to look. I got 12 highlights. I got a good mixture, I think, of both of them, the offense and the defense. So we'll hear from both of you guys as we go through the highlights. We'll be back with more of the Eagles Nest Coaches Show with head coach David Perkins and Thomas Scully, the defensive coordinator, live from Wildwood Pizza right here on Full Force 6 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation. For a lifetime of the best possible vision.
It all started with a sketch, and after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
And we're back live at Wildwood Pizza. We got a good crowd tonight outside with us. Got to thank Garrett Perkins and Gary Perkins and the staff for all that they do. They do a great job here. Great pizza, great salads, drinks, other libations, that they have.
Good
so
stuff.
Everybody can come out Wednesday night is a 2-for-1. On some of the libations. So a lot of folks on the inside, a lot of folks out here. Our crowd has been growing week after week, and we're grateful to the Menard faithful and faculty and staff and family coming out in support. The Davises always have the front table. I think their name is written on it now. We got the Roys that came out tonight, and Sabrina's here. And
Mama P.
And your son and Sophia's here. So
And the Bullers, who
the Bullers.
You'll get to talk with him as well.
And Brandon Dusang's here. So good crowd, coach and basketball team, and student council.
Yep.
So we're gonna be talking. Andrew and Jeffrey will be talking to them, bringing in other facets of what Menard has to offer. But what you had to offer the fans on Friday night was another victory. and 4 on the season now, 4-3. Already got a better record than last year and hoping to build on it. But let's take a look at some of the highlights. We'll go to the first one, and hopefully it plays. We'll have to go to that video, pull that up. All right, there we go. So the defense coming out to play, and here was a 4th down. But you started out, they got a first down or two, and then in this position, while we let it run, it should be looped and come back. We had the opportunity on 4th and 9. You kept them in a long situation. They go to the pass and drop it, but it would have been short, and y'all were there to tackle them, and then we get the turnover on downs. Kind of exactly what you want, huh, Coach?
Yeah, and this is the thing we told the team, the defense before we went out there. They're going to 3rd and long. Let's keep it that way because they're going to go for it on 4th anyway, and that's what we did there. They're not really good at throwing the ball, especially trying to hit a guy that was over the middle. That's not where their target was. It was 16. And, of course, we changed the defense. We did a good job of bending but not breaking and not giving up the touchdown on that series.
And you had mentioned earlier that, Sampson, number 16. So we take over as we move to the next highlight. And we thought, all right, we got a candidate for the Southern Air cool play of the game as Cooper Scott takes the perfect call of the screen pass and then makes a couple of moves and stiff arms in around the in between or just past.
And you can see that the line's out in front of him right there, and he was able to get the ball behind the line of scrimmage, which gives the lineman a chance to get down. There's a big boy. He's like, man, Cooper Scott, man, what?
He had the cool play of the game. It was this one until we'll look at the 2 more plays in the next half.
I don't know if y'all noticed on here, but, some of our guys were getting downfield blocked. The guys were fired up.
Julio, Coach Ortiz, do you guys discuss, or is he just calling the plays laid out? But what went through y'all's minds to call that screen pass right there? The yards I think we had left, but a great way to start it off. Take that opening drive that you get from the defense, honor them.
Play with the lead, and because we do have a great defense, and if we're able to score right here, and then kick off. We got a great kicker. If he can get it in the end zone, pin them back to the 20. And we got a great defense, and we just got to be in position to take advantage of that, especially here late. So we're working on all that stuff at practice. We understand our offense, and we understand that we need to score more points and for us to be a really successful team.
And we get the turnover deep in Mustang territory.
And the thing was, we wanted them to get into the shotgun. We knew if we kept them under center, that was and, when you got Asher Davis right there nipping at your heels and he's sitting right in front of that ball, it's very uncomfortable.
Next highlight.
That ball should have been caught right there. And the open guy right there, which would have been a tough to us anyway.
He's out for, number 5. We got 2 more that we'll take a look at. And let's go to the next one. Oh, that drop one. Yeah. So, we had the ball deep, but not able to put it in the end zone. But you have another weapon that we've seen on highlights before. I mean, you roll out Ryan Hicks. I think
good most of the time. So a lot of times I'm going to take 3 points.
So we've got we'll be back right after these messages with more from live at Wildwood Pizza, the Eagles Nest Coaches Show. Back in a moment.
Experience in real estate over the past. Any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money downs.
Or insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car,
to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to eye evaluation.
Come back. And we're back live at Wildwood Pizza on Texas Avenue on the corner of Texas and Jackson Street. We've had great weather this whole season, week 8, which is hard to believe.
But it's always good to play in this tight weather, and that's what late October brings, and it kind of brings a little bit of that's out the window right now. So with the weather like it is, hopefully we're looking for
trying to figure out a way to do it on Bluetooth, and it just wouldn't work. And we're going to take a look. We got a few more. This is here's Jake in motion, swinging around and going deep, and had 3 of those.
Yes.
Last night, last Friday night, and our Thursday night actually. Put one in. You hate to do it, but you got to show it. Just talk a little bit about how do you coaching through this, David? I mean, you played quarterback.
Absolutely, this comes with experience, and it also comes with field right there that he should have thrown the ball. So all we can do is just look at the film, show him, tell him things, the thing he's got to learn as a young player is how fast defensive backs can get to a ball that's in the air for a while. And actually look at the video, he can actually see where he was on the field. He looked open, but he's not open. So when that comes up again, and he has that same kind of option again, he's going to know. He's looked at film and go, no, that guy's not open. And, defensive backs can get to the ball quick. We call it breaking on the ball. We coach it all the time. Those defensive backs, while that ball is twirling through the air, they're making up that ground from where they're at to where that receiver is.
Another thing you have, too, and something that he'll learn is that he's throwing it off his back foot on the run, which you're not going to get as much oomph on it, as far as strength. So it floats a little bit more as opposed to being able to stop and step into the ball and throw it, like.
It's obvious. You got 16 out there who they're going to throw the ball to. It was obvious. We'd seen it on film. And he did play great coverage, and Maddox played a really good game. The only thing that would have helped knows that, but, we talk about we got a lot of seniors, and, when they come out of that huddle, and normally they walk out of their huddle, so we struggled to make the adjustment. And no excuse. I mean, they make a great play right there, and
I put this in here, too, because during the game, I saw you kind of running down the sideline.
And again, that's just one, at Simpson, but he may be a little bit taller, and he'll go up and do the same thing.
All right, so we got to go to the next one, the next play, and this is everybody's going through, and then you call the blitz.
Yeah.
We hadn't really seen a whole.
And he never sees him on this sack, and we just knew if we gave Sam Sampson's in the slide, we knew if we gave them a chance, we could not cover him. With dialed up the heat, he would have got a pass off. Now, this is late in the game. I think this is maybe
it's only like 2 minutes
2
left
or 3
in the
minutes.
game.
Yeah.
That was opting for about a 7 to 10 yard loss almost. And we'll see it coming up. You dialed.
When he goes down in the game, for me, as long as it's not a major injury.
Sober, and we're at the end.
Run out to 4 seconds.
Yeah, so he goes back. He would have had more yardage. Congratulations. Had to show that last one because normally you're just kneeling it down, but you couldn't because you put a couple of seconds with those interviews coming back.
All right.
We're live from Wildwood Pizza. Stay with us. We got more right here on 446 Sports.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts.
Hi, I'm Kimberly.
We got Jack Roy to my left and Branson Buller to his left. Number 31, Branson, right? And 66?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so Jack, your family, I know your family, core.
Moved to guard once Hollis got hurt at tackle, and then I moved back to center once he came back.
Okay, so last game you were back at center?
Yes, sir.
All right, I missed that.
Down.
Talk about how was that difficult? Since had you ever done it before? Or
I had never played center before.
When you're snapping, because you want the ball.
But I played more than I thought I would.
So tell the audience that's watching, what you play. How long have you been playing football?
I play middle linebacker, and I've been playing football for 5-6 years.
So talk about that middle linebacker position and some of the difficulties of picking things up and reads. I mean, when you step up there, in terms of what you're looking at, and then just look for the ball, huh?
Yep.
So talk a little bit about being a sophomore as football throughout your elementary school. You thought about that, or is it something your parents wanted you to do?
Well, ever since I've been a little kid, I go to Menard because my dad went to Menard, and he's always wanted me to go to Menard.
So what year did he graduate? Do you remember?
Know.
Did he play ball?
He played football.
Okay. Same position, or?
He played O-line.
Okay. Your family, your brother was there?
Yes, sir.
And played. Your sister is there. In fact, is he out there on the football field with you? Or is it a she?
It's a girl.
So exact. Good friends, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk about what it's like being a twin.
Just you guys share a lot of things, or for me, we gotta share a lot of things.
Okay.
Brianna.
And Brianna. Or Brianna. So talk about a little bit, anything more? What about the aspects of Menard? What do you like most about Ransom? Come on, what about you?
Probably the coaches, and I don't mind school. We always mess around and stuff.
Well, look, thanks for joining us, Jack Roy, Branson Buller. Good luck Friday night. It's to thoroughly set y'all up if you can come away with a victory, but more importantly, stay healthy. All right?
Yes, sir.
That wraps up our Menard player profiles here at the Eagles Nest Coaches Show. We'll be back with the Student Council, and we'll.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 1-844-844-88 to schedule your next eye evaluation?
And after 10 years of hard reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
BKDistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
All right, I'm Andrew Beeman, and I'm back at the Eagles Nest Coaches Show, and I'm with Coach Sanders and Lauren, who's a senior on the basketball team. And I'll just jump right in. Introduce yourself, Lauren, to basketball, and why you play for Menard.
Well, my name is Lauren Smith, and I'm a senior at Menard. And I kind of grew up playing basketball at a young age, and I actually went to Grace from my elementary year to this high school. And I moved to Menard my freshman year, and I played basketball my whole time at Grace. And coming to Menard, going to their first practice, just like looking at Menard to go, and I was very nervous. I was like, oh my God, I can do it. And I was very nervous. I was like, oh my God, I can do it. But I came part of the team, I came part of the school, and it's just like, it's just amazing being a part of something.
Telling us how you got into coaching at Menard?
How I got into coaching, it was just 3. I started at Menard, and then in 2005, our head coach had stepped down, and principal looked at me and said, "Your turn." And so, very exciting, and looking to get back there again this year.
Well, that's amazing. And Lauren?
Shooting, but just being able to get in rough.
I bet. And Coach Sanders, I'm just going to ask this. How many?
It's a pretty good team that we have coming up this year, and just looking really excited about 5 players that we had last year that were on the floor, and then, adding on to that this year. So we're looking forward to that. So,
yeah, all that experience will definitely help you propel to the playoffs and all that. I know, or I'm pretty sure you haven't started playing yet, right?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet. When does your season start?
Well, our first scrimmage is next week at Hicks, so that'll kind of kick it off for us, I guess you could say.
Times to fit into schedules and all that, but when you guys practice, your basketball role.
Hard one. Why you gotta hit me with the hard questions? Well, for my position, I would have to say she is just bulldozing through anybody and everybody. And
Really tough and really good, but I guess I'll ask, what are you expecting to this?
In practice and in games, she expands it more than just the game. Like before every game, before every practice, we're to give it all to God, and that's one of the most things I could ever thank her for. Is just.
We'll go to a quick commercial break. I mean, I'd like to wish you guys good luck this season.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll be back with the student council in a few minutes.
And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance,
BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or...
that save you money.
You shouldn't have.
If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace 1-844-844-88 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
All right, we're back with the Eagles Coaches Show, and I have John and Ben. And so, what do y'all do, like as student, like for student council member, like maybe a meeting or something like that?
Yes, sir. Every single Thursday at 7:15, we'll meet and we'll just go over like busy all the way up to homecoming, and then from there it's just like, all right, it's flatline, but it's still like very progressive.
So, like if you're
that guy, but how has it been instrumental?
So I play baseball, so it's like springtime. I'm really cool. It's great to be like one of the role models there for them, and that's really the biggest thing it's made is you just get to grow and
meet like so many new people and like branch out and like break out of my shell. Like it's changed me completely. Like
Ben, I'm just gonna pretend because I really don't know anything about homecoming in Menard.
Right.
So in the gym or?
So this year I think it's in the gym. Again, we had it last year in the gym, and it was a really good turnout. It looked great. Like we did a really good job on it. So I think we could do it again in the gym this year. Past couple of years, I think my
for these homecoming events, and I know the floats are a big thing, right?
Right.
Yeah, big thing.
So each class does decorate like multiple hours, like multiple practices, or not practices, but like building sessions. So I mean, you could spend up to 12, 15 hours working on a float.
Yeah, I'm the class vice president. He's the president of everything, so he kind of just oversees all of our stuff, makes sure we're up to date with all. It's something you get aggravated, like you said, but yeah.
Sure. And how
with like multiple events going on around the track.
Men who may be interested in the future, or just just give them something.
Like you, that are leaders in their school, and it's really like a teacher.
It is a big thing that you go through high school. High school is really hard. Finding people, especially coming as a fresh, that friend group is probably one of the best things you can ask for, and having people that also have the same ideas that you have, and if they don't have the same ideas, then you'll elaborate. But having those friends.
Okay, so just keep that in mind, people, because there's some significant money on the line here. So, and it's just 20.
Vision. Look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the Experience Eye Evaluation.
A little bit late, but Sophia Scully's here, and Sabrina Perkins is here. But do you anticipate, that?
Really good job of running an offense that fits their personnel. You guys, for this. All right, we've had success 2 weeks in a row, so let's see how you're gonna make their formations and their changes. That's the challenge that we have in front of us. And
do you think you're gonna need more than that? Coming into
he's gaining experience, and really trying to understand and grasp the offense and really how it's run. It's not an easy offense.
To his left. But hopefully all that comes into play, and we're sitting here next week talking about being 3-0 in district? We'll find out Friday night at 7 o'clock.